Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be a pinup makeup tutorial for Halloween, or if you just want to have that fun red lip with the large lashes. I've already primed my face with the NYX Pore Filler and NYX Anti-Redness Photo Ready Finish Primer in the green one. And right now I'm putting on foundation. You want to try to make sure you get a matte foundation. So this is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet. And I don't use this very often because it is probably one of my most expensive. This one's like $42 a bottle, I think. So I just really wanted a matte finish. And matte velvet, come on, that sounds like gorgeous, right? In case you're wondering, what shade am I in? Of course it doesn't say in here, does it? Maybe number 35. I don't know how they sell them. I don't think that's the shade name though. That's just what's written on the bottom of the bottle. Anyway, after this I'm going to apply some powder and do some concealer under my eyes. I'm going to try to stay away from shimmer in this look, which is very rare for me, but it's fun nonetheless. Now I'm just applying some lightening concealer. Yes, this is so white. This is the e.l.f. Duo. It's an under eye concealer and highlighter. So I use the concealer and then I use the highlighter. That's $3, I believe. I don't find that the highlighter is actually that white once you start blending it out. But since I'm not using shimmer, I wanted some highlight without being shimmery. Does that make sense? Okay, so I put some powder on, just real quick. This is just the remainder of whatever powder I used for the rest of my face. Okay, so real quick, I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes using my Urban Decay Primer Potion, and I'm going to fill in my brows. Okay, so the look for the eyes is actually pretty simple. I'm always going to be basically doing some matte tan colored shadows, nothing too crazy. And then the focus is going to be on a bright red lip. So let's get started. For the face, I'm going to be using the NYX Butt Naked kit. And it has some 15 shadows and bronzer, 2 highlighters. I can't seem to get that to open. There we go. 15 shadows that I'll be using, maybe some of those, and then the face products. So I'm going to be using the bronzer first on an e.l.f. blush brush. And they didn't do a lot of highlights, so boy am I going to do some bronzing. I'm kind of using this as bronzer and a contouring shade at the same time. Right now I'm really chiseling out my cheekbones. Okay, and then I'm going to do that on the other side. And the cheek color I'm going to be using is a little bit more bubblegum pink than I normally wear. I tend to stick to a very neutral to warm kind of pink, but what the heck. Alright, so I'm going to be using the pink in the palette actually. Let me just blend out that bronzer just a little bit. This is just the powder brush I used for my face. Blending out that line beneath it to get a really nice contoured line. Okay, so I'm actually using that same blush brush, so I don't care. I'm going to use the bubblegum pink shade from this palette. It really is just that. It's bubblegum pink. And I'm going to mix the pink shade next to it. And I'm not going too crazy on the blush since my bronzer is pretty intense. That's all I needed, just a little kick. And then I'm going to just kind of blend those two colors together. Blend them into one another so there's no harsh lines. Okay, so I have a matte, like creamy color right there. So that's what I'm going to be using for my highlight. And I'm just using my finger today because I'm feeling, I guess, lazy, I don't know. And the other eye. For the lid color in this same palette, I know you can see like all my filming stuff. There's a, normally I cover the thing, but this mirror is so big. This shade here is actually a lot like my skin color. So I'm just going to use that on the lid, and it's a matte tan shade. So you can't even really see it. Okay, so for the crease, I'm just gonna go in with the color right below that matte shade. So that's the color I used on the lid. That's the color I'm gonna use in the crease. And the point is really not to have it show, it's just to give some definition to the eye. So I'm going right above the crease, kind of. And that is that. For the eyeliner, I'm going to be using a liquid liner because I find that that's the easiest way to hide my false lashes. And also I want to create a nice wing, so that'll be easier for me. So, okay, I brought you a little closer so you could see. That's the eyeliner I'm going to be doing on the other eye. I'm going to clean up, so the lower lash line is going to be basically empty, just with some mascara. Alright, so you want the line to be almost non-existent at the inner corner of the eye. See how I just kind of tapered it in? But on the outer corner, you're going to make it a lot bigger. And then it happens to me too. I have to make sure they're even. This one's a lot thinner, so I need to fix that. Before I forget to mention it, I used the e.l.f. Brow Kit in medium for my brows. I just did the powder color. And then the e.l.f. Treat and Tame for eyebrow Treat and Tame. I used just the clear to just lock them in place. And the MAC Rapid Black Penultimate Liner eyeliner. It's a liquid pen in black. And I cleaned up the line a little bit so they're a lot more even now. I'm going to go ahead and put a coat of just regular mascara on. Doesn't really matter since we're going to be doing false lashes anyway. Okay, if you want a more dramatic look, a whiter, bigger eye, I'm taking a white eye pencil and I'm actually coloring on my hand. It's a thin tip. Coloring on my hand because I'm trying to warm it up. I'm getting that pencil really warm on my skin so that when I apply it in the waterline, it comes off really well. This is actually Wet n Wild water eye pencil. So I think these are $1 or under $1. It might be like 99 cents or 79 cents or something. And do you see how that just like made that white look like it's part of my eyes, the white of my eyes? Okay, so you also want to exfoliate your lips if you have any crackage because the red lip color we're going to be using is matte. And apply some falsies. I'm going to be using a Glamorous pair today. If you have trouble putting on false lashes, I would recommend buying a set of accent lashes or individual lashes instead. These tweezers I'm using came with some Allure lashes, and I actually never had a pair of these until I got those lashes. The Eyelure, sorry. The glue I use also comes with that, but the lashes I'm using are called Ardell Natural. These are not natural to me, but I let the glue dry for about 30 seconds. And I just placed them on my eye. And I'll do the other side. Once the glue dries, it turns clear, so. Okay, do you see what I mean when I say these lashes are not natural? They call them natural. Yeah, sure. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put some red lipstick on. I'll give you a few options that I have in my collection. Okay, here are a few from my collection. The one I have on right now, which I obviously need to touch up, is Givenchy Le Rouge in Carmen Escarpin. And this is the most expensive option, but it's stunning. The other one, this one is MAC Red, and that's the name of the color, MAC Red. It's actually a satin, but I think you can pull it off. The orangey looking one, there in the, right there, is an orangey red. It looks more orange on camera. It's not that orange in person. This is the e.l.f. moisturizing lipstick in Velvet Rope. And the last one, which is more of a blue red, this is Wet n Wild, the most cost-effective cherry picking. And this one is a blue red. So you'd want to line your lips. You can also use concealer around them to make sure you got a good line. And then you're going to take a brown liquid liner or a brown pencil liner or whatever you have. I think a brown pencil liner could be very good. And you're going to draw that classic mole on your face. So this is the NYX Kohl Kajal brown liner. And I'm just going to give myself, I'm going to point it, and then I'm going to twirl the pencil. and you have to play with it. You may end up having to use your foundation, cover it up, and try again. But this is my pinup look for Halloween. Now, some recommendations on your hair. You definitely could do some of those rolls, a pinwheel. What do they call them? Rolls. Anyway, you start from the bottom of your hair and you just kind of curl it upwards in a wheel kind of motion until you get to the top. And then you pin it. So I already messed up. Let me do it. Hold on. Okay, so I just kept wheeling it, and then you can kind of pin it however. You know, you can pin it down like this, and then you just want to make sure that that wheel stays. And then however you want to do the rest of your hair, you can do that on both sides. You can create more of those pinwheels, but those are a few of my favorite styles for 50s hair. Also, you can just do the big curls, like curl your hair if you have shorter hair. Just do a nice little pinup look like that. And some crazy curled bangs, like shorter bangs. All right, guys, that is my look for a pinup look for Halloween. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.